In the vast and wild kingdom of reptiles, there are few creatures as widespread and successful as the gecko. These incredible lizards are true masters of survival, found on almost every continent, from the humid jungles of South America to the arid deserts of Australia. The only place you won't find them is the icy expanse of Antarctica. With over 1,500 different species, they represent the most diverse and populous group of lizards on our planet. This incredible success story is not just a matter of chance. It's the direct result of a suite of amazing adaptations that have allowed them to thrive in environments where others might struggle, carving out a niche for themselves in the darkness. What makes these little critters so special? Well, for starters, most of them are creatures of the night. While many other lizards are basking in the sun to warm up, geckos come alive after dusk. This nocturnal lifestyle is a huge advantage. It means they can avoid many daytime predators and hunt for insects under the cool cover of darkness, facing less competition for food. It's a brilliant strategy that has allowed them to flourish across the globe. Their soft skin, large eyes, and often cryptic patterns help them blend into the shadows, making them phantom hunters in the moonlit world, a world they have almost entirely to themselves. Their most famous skill, of course, is their unbelievable ability to climb. We've all seen it, a gecko effortlessly scaling a smooth glass window or running upside down across a ceiling. They defy gravity with an ease that seems almost magical, moving with a silent, confident grace. This isn't just a party trick, it's a fundamental part of their survival toolkit. The ability to access the vertical world opens up a whole new dimension for hunting, hiding from predators, and finding mates. It's like having a superpower that lets them explore a landscape that is completely inaccessible to most other animals, giving them a distinct and powerful edge. From the smallest dwarf geckos that can curl up on a dime, to the larger species, like the tokay gecko, they all share this common heritage of adaptation. They are living proof that you don't have to be big and fierce to be a winner in the game of evolution. Instead, geckos show us that specializing, adapting, and finding your own unique way of life is the key to conquering the world. Their story is one of quiet determination and brilliant biological engineering, a tale that has been unfolding for millions of years, right under our noses and quite often, right over our heads. So, how do they do it? How do these remarkable lizards stick to virtually any surface without any glue or suction cups? For a long time, this was a great mystery to scientists. The answer is not glue, nor is it some kind of microscopic suction. The real secret lies in the incredible, intricate design of their feet. If you could look at a gecko's toe pads under a powerful microscope, you would see that they are covered in millions of tiny hair-like structures. These aren't really hairs, but specialized bristles called setae, which are far too small for us to see with the naked eye. Each one of these millions of setae is a marvel of natural engineering. But the complexity doesn't stop there. Every single seta branches out at its tip into hundreds of even smaller nanoscale structures called spatulae. This hierarchical structure, from the toe, to the pads, to the setae, to the spatulae, massively increases the surface area of the gecko's foot. It creates an almost unimaginable number of contact points with whatever surface the gecko is standing on. We're talking about billions of tiny connections that, when combined, create a powerful adhesive force that can easily support the gecko's entire body weight, and then some. The force that holds them in place is something called the van der Waals force. This is a very weak, invisible force of attraction that exists between molecules. Normally, it's too faint for us to notice, but geckos have evolved to harness it. Because their spatulae create so many points of contact at the atomic level, the tiny attractions between the molecules of their feet and the molecules of the surface add up. This cumulative effect generates a powerful bond, allowing the gecko to hang on with incredible strength. It's pure physics at its most elegant, a biological solution to a complex engineering problem. What's even more amazing is that they can turn this stickiness on and off in an instant. A gecko doesn't get its feet stuck, it can lift them with no effort at all. It does this by changing the angle of the setae. To stick, it presses its foot down and curls its toes. To unstick, it simply peels its toes away, changing the angle of the tiny hairs and breaking the molecular bond. This allows them to run up walls at incredible speeds, attaching and detaching their feet thousands of times a minute. It's a system so brilliant that our own scientists and engineers are studying it to create new kinds of adhesives. The gecko's amazing climbing ability is not a recent development. This is an ancient skill that has been honed by evolution over millions of years. The fossil record gives us a fantastic window into their deep past. Scientists have found fossils that show geckos have been around since the time of the dinosaurs. One of the earliest known relatives, a stem gecko from the Jurassic period named Astesius, was already a capable climber. While it didn't have the advanced sticky pads of modern geckos, its body shape and clawed feet suggest it was well adapted for a life spent scurrying up trees and rocks, setting the stage for the innovations to come. The real breakthrough came with the evolution of those adhesive toe pads. Incredibly, this feature has evolved independently at least 11 different times across the gecko family tree. This is a classic example of convergent evolution, where different species develop the same solution to a similar problem. The most stunning evidence comes from a 110 million-year-old gecko named Cretaceogecko, perfectly preserved in a piece of amber from Myanmar. This ancient creature, which lived alongside dinosaurs, already had fully developed toe pads, complete with the microscopic setae, looking remarkably similar to the ones found on geckos today. This tells us their signature climbing ability is an incredibly ancient trait. The evolutionary path to these pads is fascinating. Scientists believe the setae evolved from tiny, hair-like spinules that cover the skin of most geckos. These spinules help keep the gecko's skin clean and water-repellent. In some species, like Gonatodes humoralis, we can see an intermediate stage. This gecko can climb smooth surfaces using simple setae that aren't as complex as those of its more famous relatives, providing a living link between the basic skin structures and the highly advanced adhesive pads. It's like looking at a snapshot of evolution in action, showing how a simple feature can be modified over time into something extraordinary. This long evolutionary history explains why geckos are so good at what they do. They have had more than 100 million years to perfect their climbing gear. This ancient adaptation gave them access to new habitats in the trees and on cliffs, places where they could find food and shelter away from the dangers on the ground. It was a game-changing innovation that secured their place in ecosystems all over the world. Their feet are not just a clever trick, they are an evolutionary masterpiece, a testament to the slow, steady, and incredibly powerful process of natural selection that has been shaping life for eons. Beyond their gravity-defying feet, geckos possess a whole symphony of other adaptations that contribute to their success. Their night vision, for example, is nothing short of phenomenal. While most animals that are active at night see the world in shades of gray, geckos see it in color. Their eyes evolved from a diurnal ancestor, and instead of having separate rods for night vision and cones for color vision like we do, they have repurposed their cones. These cone cells became larger and much more sensitive to light, essentially acting like superpowered rods. This unique setup gives them the ability to distinguish colors even in very dim moonlight. This exceptional night vision likely evolved just once in a common ancestor of all geckos, as the genetic blueprint for it is found across the entire group. It gives them a huge advantage when hunting for insects or avoiding predators in the dark. Another classic lizard survival trick that geckos have perfected is caudal autotomy, or the ability to drop their tail. When a predator grabs a gecko by its tail, the gecko can voluntarily detach it. The dropped tail will continue to wiggle and thrash around, distracting the predator long enough for the gecko to make a clean getaway. They can then regrow a new tail, though it's usually made of cartilage instead of bone. Evolution has even taken some geckos in a completely different direction. In Australia and New Guinea, there's a whole family of geckos known as Pygopodidae, or legless lizards. These fascinating creatures have evolved to lose their limbs entirely, and they move through the world just like snakes. Despite their appearance, they are true geckos, closely related to other gecko families that have perfectly good legs. This shows how adaptable the gecko body plan is, capable of being modified in radical ways to suit a specific environment or lifestyle, a dramatic example of evolution shaping form to fit function. From their molecularly engineered feet and color night vision to their detachable tails and even the loss of their legs, geckos are a living showcase of evolution's power and creativity. They are survivors, opportunists, and masters of adaptation. Their ability to thrive in so many different corners of our world is a powerful reminder that success in nature comes in all shapes and sizes. These small, often overlooked lizards are not just residents of our walls and gardens. They are one of the great success stories of the animal kingdom, a testament to the endless possibilities of life's journey.